What if you can't find gratitude? The notion from somebody who watched my videos and they were asking, well, yeah, the opportunities should be coming, but I can't find myself to get to that gratitude stage. So let's explore this and ask ourselves, how does it actually work? Roll it. The email was long and heartfelt. It was something that came from somebody that I know is struggling with the thought of forgiveness. It's not necessarily about gratitude only. It starts with forgiveness. It's saying, hey, I forgive A, myself, B, those around me, C, the situation at hand. It is looking at it and saying to ourselves, I am not going to spend any more time on this because I've already established the situation that has occurred. It's in the past. I realize what I did wrong, what I did right, well, it all fit together, and then we're able to look at the whole picture, write everything down, accept that it's happened, and just forgive ourselves. Just say, it's done. I'm not gonna go back to ask the why. Because right now, I know the why. And there's no reason for me to analyze it more, so I can keep playing the scenario, that story, that narrative in my head over and over and over. Now, why is it important to do this, and why do we need to focus on not playing the story in our heads over and over and over? I'm sure you've been in that scenario where somebody has burned you, whether it's a business partner, a colleague at work, a friend, a family member, your personal other, that never would you have expected them to ever do something like burn you. And we all know the next series of events. You go through that stage of grieving, and that anger moment really changes the narrative of what occurred. As your emotions go through the storyline, different emotions will open up different memories, and a new narrative will be born. And sometimes this is correct, and yes, you have correct thoughts that happened, but most of the time they're an expansion on something else that you've already thought, because in your subconscious mind you're already thinking that thought, and all you're doing is fueling the fire even more when there's no need to do it. Yes, you'll have those thoughts pop up as you go through this process, and yes, that pain will be there, and yes, you will feel it just burning inside of you. But the idea here is to let it go. Just tell yourself it's all about self-love and self-respect. This is something that just takes time. It's allowing yourself to say, I am not going to spend my time to focus on that negative energy, but rather I'm going to look at the opportunities that will be coming. And those opportunities that come, I don't want to make the same mistakes again. The gratitude has to be surrounded in you knowing that you're supported by the fact that these experiences have shaped the way you are right now, that will enable you to get to that next opportunity, that next stage in your life where this opportunity will guide you there as you start heading towards that mission and purpose in your life. Integrity plays a critical role here again. It does not matter. Your values will surround that pain, and that mindset will surround that pain, and you will know that you made the right decisions. Because once you start acting accordingly to those values, gratitude comes a lot easier. Because it's knowing that when somebody did hurt you, it's knowing when something did go wrong, that you made the right decisions at the right moment, whether the moment asked for it or not, and you know that at the end of the day, no regrets are there. Double guessing yourself causes the biggest pain in this, and this is where we want to escape that narrative, that repeat of the story. Gratitude eventually comes when you start opening yourself up to the next opportunity, knowing that I've made my list, I've done everything I could have, and now next time I'll make sure I don't repeat any of those mistakes. Saying I can't find gratitude opens you up to negativity. It opens you up to a mindset that says, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy for anything that occurs in my life, which means it doesn't bring us anywhere closer to that mission and purpose in life that we've established for ourselves. It means that you are allowing yourself to be defeated in life. Instead of saying, look at all the great things out there, look at what is occurring, and look at the opportunities I can grab a hold of, and look at how successful I can become with every aspect of my life. Because at the end of the day, the value that you put on yourself is the value that counts, because everybody else does not matter. Because everything else does not matter. It's a story you are telling, the narrative you have for yourself. And yes, if you look at it from a perspective of failure, 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 you'll keep getting failure. But if you look at it from a perspective of I will get there eventually, then you'll probably be like somebody like Ovechkin on this weekend, where he lifted that cup and he said, everything that happened, it doesn't matter anymore. I lifted the cup. My name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. If you haven't had a chance, hit a subscribe, hit a like. Let me know, what was a time where you found it very difficult to forgive, and as well to find that gratitude in the situation that occurred? Because who knows, maybe somebody's going through it right now and they know that everything does take time, but they can't really see that future, and you might just help a life.